What's with you hanging out my door in the morning? Freaky bird. Fly home. Fly home. Crickets.
How's it? Snooze. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. It's Sunday, the 5th. Yeah, it's November 5th. And it's a little vlog, a little news. I won't dilly-dally too much. I was just setting this all up, wondering if I should do ghost boxy things. You know what? Why not? Look, this fan, no electricity. That fan, so I don't know. This, well, let's just. I keep talking about this stuff, and I never really get a chance to do it. My schedule gets filled. Oh, we'll put on GhostTube too. GhostTube, 500 words loaded at random to spit out, and you can do the interpretations. Fill in the blank. But today is Sunday, so we're gonna do old and living room. Ooh, living room. We're gonna do a little old and new, little random out of the old, little random out of the new, because they say God first. No interpretation, but red letters out of the New Testament. I found a selector. My other one's gone. I don't know. Old. That looks a little shaky. Okay, things are prepared. A little light. This is, out of Job. Isn't that wonderful? Job 10. Job, I loathe my life. That's it. Can't handle too much Job.
Move it.
Oh, move it. Okay, here we go. I loathe my life. It's just 10. I loathe my life. I will give free utterance to my complaint. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. I will say to God, do not condemn me. Let me know why you contend against me. Does it seem good to you to oppress, to despise the work of your hands, and favor the schemes of the wicked? Do you have eyes of flesh? Do you see as humans see? Okay, let's stop there. That's a good question, Joe, but no commentary, so, oh well. it's New Testament. Out of the new? Something rubric? I can't see. I can't see. There's nothing rubric. Angel. We're heading the right direction. Wait a minute. That's too far. Well, over here. Oh, looks like lots of red here. Rubric. Jesus words. Now, Matthew chapter 5. Oh, look, all the Beatitudes. 43. Love for enemies. That's a tough one. Oop, snuck a comment in. Love for enemies. You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be children of your Father in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends the rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet only your brothers and sisters, what more are you doing than others? Do not even the Gentiles do the same? Be perfect, therefore, and as your heavenly Father is perfect. Well, thank you, Jesus. Well, no comment, but I'm just going to say I'm not perfect. That's for sure. I have trouble with that kind of thing. Anyways, what is going on? Vlog and news. Vlog, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to get my little thingy going. It was real windy, so I didn't get to go to... I'm gaining... The weight's coming back, and I don't have my Ozempic because it hasn't been filled. I gained some Halloween. Damn the candy. That's vlog. The news is, of course, the Hamas war against Hamas by Israel, and the Hamas being inside Gaza Strip and elsewhere. It's there's Hezbollah is one group, Hamas is the other group. Hezbollah, I believe, is backed by Iran. See, now I'm like getting to be knowledgeable about these things I care not to know about. Hamas is backed up by Sunni Islamic radicals, not just Sunni, but the radicals. So it's Muslim Islamic radicals, and they're like trying to be worse than ISIS. Now that Hamas group, which I believe is backed by Egypt in the south, because Egypt is 98% Sunni Muslim, and so the radicals, I mean, they're the support from. I told her, okay. Oh gosh, now it's chatty. So these radicals kind of have an origin, but they're kind of like those pocket things that go into the Gaza, and they're kind of like running the Gaza Strip from the inside out. And that's where the hostages are, somewhere in the tunnels, 240 of them. So Israel, not wanting to be, this will never happen again, is just going to wipe them out. Now, in wiping them out in a military objective, what you have is all the Palestinians, and they're Arab, and they're supported, in a sense, they're on the same side as the Hamas, but they're not Hamas. The Hamas are the radical, crazy killers, the killer clowns. The Palestinians are just saying, oh, we're oppressed by Israel. Oh, occupational forces, and they have this radical. They're not living in peace and harmony. They're on the other side of the wall, and they have these little pockets. There's West Bank, there's Gaza Strip, and this and that. When Israel holds into its resolve to do what it's doing militarily, wiping out Hamas, the Palestinians are all in the way, and they're getting hurt. And everybody is getting on board. Stop this. Rituals, those little goats and pentangles, stop that. But stop this, what they're calling genocide, and stop what the Hamas is calling war crimes. So there's a different perspective, definitely. Now, Jordan, Lebanon to the north, all these other Arabian, all these Arab countries are going, damn you, Israel. They're kind of in protest in the streets, like street mobs. And this is getting catchy, and it's happening in the U.S., Washington, D.C., major cities, Philadelphia. And there's even hate things in U.S. university campuses, because you know those university students, they gotta be with it. Patty Hearst, PLO. And the whole thing is, it's bad. It's spreading. And the news from like Jordan, you'll regret it, West. Well, West is like the United States. It's kind of like not so much Judaic, but Judaic is connected to the Christian, Judaic Christian Western belief systems. It's kind of holy war-ish. in a lot of ways, but that's what the rhetoric is. That's the talk. It's kind of holy war, but the holy war-ish part of it is, while they'll never mince together, and the whole thing about killing is like these radical groups are killing innocent people and taking hostages, but I think they're kind of running scared, and the Israeli forces know that. They're going to come in and wipe them out, and they're kind of like shaking in their boots. This is my theory. Even though they're in the tunnels with the hostages, they're shaking in their boots. They're kind of releasing a little bit of hostages. They're letting some, even though they're in the tunnels with. Even though they're in the tunnels with. Even though they're in the tunnels with trucks through, you're like, maybe they'll ease up and then send out the word. All you people protest. Now's the time for the big caliphate of Arab stuff. And Israel's kind of like, it's this human shield thing. They got the hostages. The human shield thing is what the terrorists count on working. You guys are playing by the rules. You're not going to bomb innocent people to get us. So we'll hide behind innocent people. We got you. We figured you out. So it's like the cop goes onto the scene. You've seen this in movies. And then there's the criminal, the killer criminal with the gun and hiding behind the hostage, holding the hostage with the gun to the head. Back off, copper, or this hostage gets it, right? This hostage will get it. Gun to the head thing. And the cop's like, sure. Right, real procedure is put the gun down, negotiate with the hostage situation or something. But then there's that radical dark cop, the dark hero who goes, just a minute, and takes the shot, nearly killing the hostage, but gets the bad guy. Because it's Cincinnati. Well, that's what Israel's doing. So it's like the hostages, like I said before, they're pretty much, they might get rescued, but they're not going to be able to hide behind. They're not using, say, human shields. Doesn't matter. We're going to get you. And that's where that stands. That's why it's so polarized. Let's see what's in Hawaii news. Yes, Hawaii news. Wow, that was a bad change. Okay, on Maui, there's a giant economic plan to, which has turned into pain, because they want to open up tourism, but everybody there has no house and no job. They call it insecurities. They don't have them secure. It's not like emotional insecurities. The emotional thing is more like PTSD, trauma, and tourism disaster. As a tourism disaster adds to the devastation. So the tourism's reopened to all Wednesday, but the economic fallout from August 8th wildfires on Maui is the deadliest in modern U.S. history, is still unfolding, and recovery is unlikely to come soon enough to stem all of the pain points from the tourist plan. So basically they're saying the Maui County's tourism guy, the tourism guy, Daniel Nahu Opihi.
He's an OP. He's an OPE.
Is it? Nahu Opihi. Interim tourism authority guy, is asking the governor to declare a tourism emergency. It's a tourism emergency. So he's asking the governor to declare emergency, which is basically like step one. Once it's declared, get tons of monies for the tourism. And their tourism industry on Maui in Lahaina was like $2 billion a year. So they all relied on it. Now that's all gone. And what are they going to do? Just like have disaster tourism? So let's make some lays. Oh gosh. And this little kid's like, look, this is how you do it, Gramps. You press Instagram and then you go to TikTok. No, I don't know. Show of treasures. Young coin collector here. Above, this is Examine a Coin, the statewide 58th annual convention. I went to one of these ones. They're like, well, not the coin, numismatic. I have some coins. Elite coin is a gold bar. That's what he holds, a gold bar from Central America of the shipwreck of the Carolina in 1857. So this is like treasure, gold wreck, gold bar treasure. Hey kid, can I have that? Removal of electric voltage solar wall. Oh, back in Lahaina, all those batteries for the batteries are very toxic. Officials aim to release A'ala on Maui. So they're trying to. The extinct Hawaiian crow, or Alala, the crow, has demonstrated ability to use tools. So it's advancing. Its evolution of the crow is going to take over before the primates. This guy's tackling his linebacker Isaiah Tufaga, forced to fumble. Oh, he's forced to fumble. Oh, what? UH linebacker is forced a fumble. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Please leave. Yeah, okay. Nevada quarterback. So they win? They won! Oh my god! Road woes to Road Woa. Okay. Now who is working with sports headlines? Shake the guy's hand and also like ask him, what the hell does that mean? Say that 3 times fast. Road woes. Road woes. Anyways, good enough. That's great. I'm glad for you. Under one roof. Pardon moi. You should cover that. Is that luncheon meat? Home sharing. And ancient hatred finds new life. Yep, here it is. This is the big story. The Mid-East impacts the West. And everyone's like being all divisive, like it's a thing. Even though they're playing good monster cop to the terrorist, I mean, I'm gonna say, yeah, go Israel. If I'd be like Team Israel here, because the Palestinians. I mean, what? I mean, what? Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Back off. It says back off. I shouldn't be taking sides like that. Oh look, Playboy cartoon. That's what we should look at. Someday sane. This will all someday sane. I called my son Sane. Big oil executive. Sister. Someday, son, this will all be yours. Wildfires, warming wars, extinction, droughts, devastating storms. Yes, global warming does cause problems, and there's not even like official. What do you call it? What do you call those things? Seasons. Oh, you know what we forgot? Got a little back in the day. What is back in the day here? Remember, relax. Remember 1985 when you wanted to relax? Just go outside and shop at Sears. Actually, well, we're shopping for those little like leftover things in a construction site because they're not done building it. Scaffolding remains outside as the store continues to have its grand reopening following a refurbishing project. So 1985. Hey, Sears, we haven't got the new and improved sign up yet, but come and shop. Can't afford ineptist. Hello. Computer science is vital to the U.S. future. Tuberville's tactics imperil U.S. security. Yes. Hey, let's look for Tuberville's tactics here. Tuberville's tactics imperil U.S. security. There has been more scores of ignorant and ludicrous so-called lawmakers in U.S. history, but I have never known anyone close to U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville in that regard. Tuberville is a hostage taker, just like the Hamas. Oh my God, he's comparing him to that. But he is worse in a sense that what he is taking hostage is not presumably enemy people, but national security that protects hundreds of millions of American people. What is his motive for this ridiculous and irresponsible behavior? Oh, what could it be? All I can think of is nothing but personal ideology. So, if so, who cares about a football coach turned senator's ideology? What does abortion have to do with military promotions? National security is not a football game. Once you push the wrong button, it's not just a football game, you lose. It can result in irreversible national catastrophe. Scroll. I implore him. Please sober up and do the job for which you were elected. Your personal ideology, whether right or wrong, is totally irrelevant when it comes to national interests. Myong Nok Min Kapule. Well, thank you, Myong Nok. Is that how you say your name? I don't know. Thank you. I agree with you. Super. Oh, that's the new House Speaker of the House.
There's 3.
I didn't know he was a football coach. Rah rah. The Roof Bears won. Yeah, they just elected somebody. You know, it's the House majority, which is Republican, and they're trying to go with their MAGA base because they know Trump's not going to make it. He's not going to make it to church on time when it comes to election. So they're going to have to try to build on stuff that they're just going by what gets elected. And they think MAGA base is what gets elected. And so they put somebody in there that's kind of in between MAGA and the conservative or not so radical Republican. And then they got this guy that's kind of like maybe he can be puppeted. So they got this football coach who's got ideologies. Oh, I'm going to get abortion and I'm going to get those big issues.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? We're effed again. And so the actual big thing is those big, huge war budgets. So, but anyways, it's Sunday, so have a happy day. It's windy out here, and rainy, and all kinds of stuff. And I don't know. It's yeah, a little.